Rosalina, you held a march on Saturday under the banner of No More Shame. What was the thinking behind it?
The thinking behind it was mainly to be able to stand in solidarity. The march was amazing. There was so many different people, different ages, men as well as women. And it was just to show people that, you know, there is a significant number of people here in Gibraltar that want to stand for what we believe in. Firstly, the No More Shame. That is the campaign that we're doing at the moment. And it's basically for a lot of women who feel that they haven't been able to speak about past experiences when it has come to terminations, or even when it's a little bit taboo to even speak about it nowadays, even though they may not have experienced that themselves.
Okay, and for somebody who thinks differently and is what they'd call pro-life, what would you say to their sort of general point that for them life begins at conception and therefore this is killing?
I'd rather stick to medical science, really, and I don't want to talk about my own personal opinion on that. But you know what? We live in a democratic country, and they have a right to do their protest and a right to debate as well as we do, and respect to everybody involved.
You stopped outside the cathedral. Was that designed to be deliberately provocative?
No, we stopped at 3 places along Main Street, just for people to be able to catch up. There were some older people there, there was a couple of people on crutches also, so we just stopped along the way just for people to catch up. But standing outside the cathedral there was nothing significant in it.
And what do you understand the scientific evidence to be telling us? Because there are differing views as to when life begins.
I'd rather say that we would want to go on when the fetus is viable outside of the womb. So the reason why 24 weeks was mentioned, because right now, albeit with a medical intervention, that is when a baby is viable outside of the womb. Obviously, as science progresses, that will come down, and I think we need to move with that too. So once, you know, science comes and says that a child is viable 18 weeks outside of the womb, then bring the law down. We need to stay within that limit.
And there's a second reason for calling for a 24-week term limit. Can you explain your thinking?
It's more to do with fetal abnormalities. There are some abnormalities that cannot be detected earlier on, before 12 weeks, before 14 weeks. We're not saying that, you know, abortion should be allowed up until 24 weeks. We need to see what medical science says, and it's up to the professionals to decide, not for us.
Some comments that one of the organisers was wearing an inappropriate T-shirt. Can you comment at all?
There are many people who found it offensive. There are many people who saw the lighter side of it. I don't think it would be fair for me to comment under the banner of No More Shame regarding the T-shirt that was worn.